Hello everyone and welcome. I'm your intuitive host Erin, and we will be looking at the current energies for our earth signs. This will include Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Please take a moment to support this channel by liking and subscribing. And now let's begin with our Tauruses. And our Tauruses are our practical and generous friends. And what do the cards have to say for them this week? Let's see, Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Wands, Temperance, the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Swords. So a lot of swords, a lot of challenges this week for our Taurus friends. And we do have some emotion going on in there with the cups. So let's go ahead and start with our cups. The Three of Cups, we know that cups represent love and emotion. And with the Three of Cups, it's more strengthened by more strength in friendship. That's the type of love that the Three of Cups is referring to. So with that Three of Cups, then we have the Seven of Cups. And with the Seven of Cups, it gives us that sense of wishful thinking, where we are, that point in our lives where we are integrating heart, intuition, and mind to make our best choices. So this might be a time when you're seeking your friends out. You're going to be seeking your friends for some guidance and some time to rejuvenate. Emotionally and physically. Your friends are going to be helping you with that. So then we have Pentacles. We only have one card about money. So the Two of Pentacles speaks to uncertain times in terms of money or career. But maybe that's what we're seeking our friends out for, some advice about money this week, Taurus. And then we have our challenge cards, as I mentioned, lots of swords. Lots of swords in this suit. So I was just thinking that the challenge might be this related to the Pentacles, the money. With the Ten of Swords, we see the end of troubles. So some sense of peace, a conflict that may come to an end and not make you feel necessarily victorious, but you will feel that sense of relief that it's over. And then the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords speaks to clarity, using your stealth and cunning to help yourself maintain and keep those resources. So this might be something that you're planning to, a strategy to keep your money. So might be a week of financial struggle for you, Taurus. And then we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is speaking of a time for analysis, being able to understand a complex situation. So again, you are going to be seeking out help to take care of this situation, but you're also already going to be in the aid of your friends. Your friends are going to be coming to your rescue, helping you figure this out. With the Chariot, the Chariot is closely related to our Cancers. So perhaps one of your friends that is a Cancer is going to be very pivotal in this. And it also speaks of travel. So perhaps as a situation, maybe even with work, maybe with maybe deciding whether or not you might be taking a promotion that would take you out of town, something that might require you to move or transfer. So that might be what you're trying to figure out, and something that might be improving your situation with money, with the Pentacles we're speaking of. Then we have Temperance, and with Temperance, this card represents moderation and balance. So that's a good a good state of mind to be in, a good just a good place in your mind, a good place in your soul to decide that you are going to seek balance and use moderation to achieve your goal of getting more financially stable. And that's what I see with that Two of Pentacles, and the Temperance, all the cards together speaking to being more financially stable. So, and then we have the Eight of Wands, and with the Eight of Wands, it speaks to a period where a lot of things are going to be coming together at the same time. So things that you might have been working on, things you might have been thinking about, this is a time where it's probably going to all come to fruition. It's all going to be what you need when you need it. So you just have to be ready for it. And that might be another situation where you're asking your friends for help because you will probably need it. So this is a very, seems like it's going to be a very busy week for you, Taurus, and that your strong sense of that obstinance that you have is going to come into play, because it looks like it's going to be a very challenging week with those swords in there. Definitely going to be a challenge, and if you are thinking about advancement at your workplace, you might find that you're going to be asked to travel to do so. So that might be something to think about, and definitely something you want to seek the advice of people who know and love you and care for you. So that is what I am seeing for our Tauruses. And now let me, let's see, read for our Virgos. So one moment. So for our Virgos, we have the Queen of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, Strength, the Hermit, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So we have some money going on for our Virgos. For our Virgos, seeing lots of Pentacles and a couple of Wands. So action, so money and action this week for our Virgos. Okay, and with this spread for our Virgos, we see lots of money. We have Pentacles this week for our Virgos, and the 3, the 4, and the 9 of Pentacles basically are speaking of creativity and success with business and career. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles is speaking of good luck and prosperity. Feeling like you are very stable in your success. You feel like you are making the best of everything, enjoying the little things. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is speaking of financial opportunity, diligence, and a worthwhile effort. So this, I'm thinking, is talking about the opportunity for a new adventure at work, something maybe actually trying to go for a promotion, seeing an opportunity maybe to shine at work this week, perhaps doing volunteer work when you really haven't done volunteer work before. Bringing donuts, that's a great way to get ahead at work. Bringing donuts to work, that will make everybody take notice. And then we have our Wands, our action card. So that would be speaking to success at work and just success in general with the Queen of Wands. That's speaking of a sense of accomplishment and very optimistic frame of mind this week for you. And with the Knight of Wands, we have that forward movement, that sense of restlessness. So those working together, definitely a time to put some energy into these Pentacles, put some energy into something at work. This is a good time to try to stand out just a little bit. And then we have our swords. Let's talk about our challenge. And with the swords, the Page of Swords, it speaks to perception and diplomacy and taking on something new. Not necessarily like an apprenticeship, but this might be a time to express that you're ready for something new. So definitely getting a sense that this is about work, and kind of pushing yourself a little bit more, making yourself earn that recognition, making your boss see you in a different light. And then we have the Hermit. Now, oddly enough, with the Hermit, it normally represents solitude, but it is the card that relates most closely to you, our Virgos. So solitude and inner wisdom. This is you taking a chance to follow your own path, and in order to do that fully at work, usually you have to probably be a little bit higher than you are, depending upon where you're at your work. But going for a promotion, doing something where you have a little bit more freedom at work, and also more responsibility, but that's where the strength comes in. With strength, it speaks of compassion and endurance, and the courage to take something on, having composure and control, and being able to lead with love and confidence rather than brute force. Even though we have the lion there, but we see that she is very sweet, causing him to be tamed, like taming the beast. So this is a time that all of these things should work together for you. I'm saying that this is probably a really good time for you to not necessarily ask for a raise or buck for a promotion right away, but it's definitely a time to make your coworkers and your boss take notice of you. Do something out of the ordinary. Like I said, volunteer, take on a project. If they ask for volunteers, by all means, yes, I'd be happy to help with that project. And this is not like volunteering like I was talking about in the first place, but like volunteering for a project at work. So both volunteer at work and volunteer outside of work for work. Good time for this. And that's a great, right now, especially the way the world is, that would be an awesome way for your boss to take notice of you, Virgo. So, all in all, very good for you this week. But like I said, make the most of your opportunity at work. Show them what you're made of. So now, let's pause for a moment, and then we will take a look at our Capricorn. So our Capricorns are very industrious and very ambitious. So let's hope that this week actually is something that they could call a good week. So we start for our Capricorns with the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, nice card for romance, Capricorns, and here we have the Knight of Cups, another high card in our emotional suit. So I'm thinking Capricorns are going to have a nice romantic week, a very rosy week, not necessarily romance like, Valentine's Day, but like a really good week for just good feelings all over. And then Pentacles, so money and love, they usually do go together, don't they? Let's see here, the Emperor, and we have the Knight of Pentacles, so some more money. So good week for money for the Capricorns, it looks like. And then Nine of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Six of Cups, Six of Cups. And then we have the Empress. So with that high card, the highest card right here that we're looking at with the Ace of Cups, with the Ace of Cups, it represents love. It is the embodiment of love and also the ability to heal from past heartbreak. So this is saying right off the bat, very emotional week for our Capricorns. And then the Knight of Cups represents romance and flirtation. So I would say with those two, it's going to be a good week, and not necessarily in the definite love, like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife way, but just a very nice, like I said, feelings of warm fuzzies. It's going to be a really good week, a flirtatious week. So this is, maybe a week where you're going to dress up and you're going to feel really not full of yourself, but you are going to have definitely some good confidence going on there with the Ace of Cups, all the cups here. The Six of Cups, speaking to happiness and realizing that your past actions can be a positive influence. So maybe even making you feel like you do want to dress up more, spruce up your wardrobe. Spring is coming, so maybe this is saying that you are going to take the time to maybe get a new wardrobe, change your look a little bit. So that actually sounds like a lot of fun to me. So I wouldn't mind going shopping for a new wardrobe, new you, right? And then we have the Pentacles. So since we're talking about shopping, let's talk about the Pentacles for a minute. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's speaking to good luck on the horizon with money and career. So, and also resonating with that, talking about the past can be a good influence. This might actually be a result from past efforts and your attention to detail. Then we have the Five of Pentacles, representing isolation, feeling like maybe you are not having the best time financially, feeling like you are almost left out. So that going shopping, retail therapy is highly recommended by this girl. So this might be a time for a little bit of retail therapy, Capricorn. Sometimes it's nice to treat yourself, and maybe that's going to be your romance. It's going to be treating yourself and giving yourself some love. And the Pentacles are saying that, yeah, you probably are going to do that for yourself. And then we have the Emperor, someone who's going to give you that fatherly advice and keep you, make sure that you are not going too crazy. So if there's someone who you have been seeking advice from in the past, you're probably going to be seeking some advice this week. And since it's a warm and fuzzy, very emotional, and just really nice, good feeling all around week, probably going to be a good time to be around this person as well. We also have the Empress, another strong card, and she represents rich abundance and domestic harmony. So perhaps that father figure would be your father, seeking family advice, and again, that love, having your family around you. So for you, Capricorn, this might mean that you are going to be seeing your family, maybe someone you haven't seen in a long time. And then we have the Nine of Swords with that challenge. And with the Knight of Swords, speaking of competence and rational and logical solutions to a dilemma. So again, that would be where you would be seeking out your Emperor, seeking out that person in your life that keeps you grounded and can help you through your financial difficulties, or making sure that you feel loved and making sure that you are emotionally stable as well as financially stable. A good week for you with someone here, Capricorn. So thank you for joining me this week. Please like and subscribe my channel. And remember, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you, my earth signs.